Today, India Book of Records brings you the story of courage, endurance, and extraordinary achievements by none other than Suzuki Motorcycle India Private Limited. A 150cc machine covering 2,802 kilometers in just 24 hours. A more powerful 250cc machine pushing even further to 3,250 kilometers again in just 24 hours. 9 of the world's highest and toughest mountain passes, including Khardung and Umling, across 780 kilometers conquered in only 18 hours. And an astonishing scooter journey from the lowest lands of Kutanad, Kerala to the heights of comic Himachal Pradesh, covering a staggering 3,696 kilometers in 103 hours and 45 minutes. India is a land of extremes, from vast deserts to towering mountains, from tranquil backwaters to bustling highways. Some journeys defy the ordinary, pushing the limits of man and machine. But what defines the limit? Is it distance measured in kilometers? Is it time measured in hours? Or is it something deeper, something invisible that exists only in the mind? Because every road ever built was once deemed impossible, and every mountain ever climbed was once an unconquered peak. And when these so-called limits are set, someone who refuses to stop keeps asking, what if we go further? And finally pushing the bar even higher breaks those limits. Driven by innovation, powered by precision and guided by an unbreakable spirit, one name continues to push boundaries: Suzuki Motorcycle India Private Limited. Because it's not about breaking records, it's about breaking barriers. Not about reaching destinations, but also redefining what it takes to get there.
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Ajay Yadav, and today I welcome Mr. Deepak Mutreja, Vice President, Sales and Marketing, Suzuki Motorcycle India Private Limited. First of all, Mr. Deepak, welcome to our show. How are you?
Thank you, Ajay. Thank you very much. It's been good and great going at Suzuki Motorcycle India.
Could you briefly tell us what these records are and why they are significant for the brand?
We have been pushing our scooters and motorcycles through some challenging rides and expeditions to demonstrate the performance, reliability, and real-world capability of our two-wheelers. In the last 2 years, we completed the Gixxer Endurance Challenge, where the Gixxer SF 150 and 250cc motorcycles were ridden non-stop for 24 hours, covering the maximum distance possible. The total distance covered on a 150 was 2,800 and for 250cc was 3,259 kilometers. Having said so, for V-Strom also, in the recent past, we took one of the most strenuous challenge, V-Strom SX, crossing the most challenging terrains of Ladakh and setting a national record for highest 9 top mountain passes covered by a two-wheeler in India. So this reflected how confidently a motorcycle handles extreme altitude and tough terrains. And one of our favorites is the ride from Kutanad in Kerala, which is the lowest region in India, all the way to Comic, which is the highest motorable village. And we did it on Suzuki Access, a scooter that families across India trust for a daily use. And this proves that the Access isn't just dependable for everyday commuting, it's durable enough for a challenging cross-country endurance ride also.
In November 2024, at the renowned Natrex Indore, Suzuki Motorcycle India demonstrated the power of precision and stamina. A team of riders on the Suzuki Gixxer SF 150 embarked on a 24-hour challenge, covering 2,802 kilometers, a record for a 150cc motorcycle. Later, another team took on the Gixxer SF 250, pushing the limits even further, covering an incredible 3,250 kilometers in just 24 hours. These rides were not just about speed, they were about meticulous planning, unyielding focus, and the relentless pursuit of excellence. To understand the strategy, preparation, and the endurance behind these feats, we spoke with Mr. Deepak Mutreja, Vice President Sales and Marketing of Suzuki Motorcycle India Private Limited.
Your team covered 2,802 kilometers in 24 hours on the Suzuki Gixxer SF150 and 3,250 kilometers on the Gixxer SF250. I wanted to know that what kind of preparation and strategy went into achieving such incredible distances.
Ajay, achieving such distance in just 24 hours wasn't something which just happened by chance. It took a lot of preparation. We conducted a ride in a controlled testing environments, which allowed us to focus purely on the endurance performance of the motorcycles. We had a team of 20 skilled riders who rode 2 motorcycles in a relay format. Everything was planned down to the minute rider rotations, to fuel stops, to hydration windows, and even managed the fatigue throughout the night. The goal wasn't to go flat out fast, but to maintain a consistent, sustainable pace for the entire 24 hours. So one thing we are exceptionally proud of is that motorcycles used were 100% stock, exactly the way the customer would buy them from a showroom. No performance modifications, no special tuning, just standard Gixxer SF150 and 250 units. And glad to say that they performed flawlessly. Highlights of the strength of motorcycle which run and tested reliably and proven Suzuki engines developed by passionate engineers who have also worked on our MotoGP machines. So overall, it was a combination of careful strategy, well-prepared riders, highly coordinated team, and production-ready Suzuki motorcycles that made these incredible distances possible.
That's wonderful to know. Maintaining this pace for 24 hours is demanding. How did the riders manage fatigue and maintain consistency throughout the ride?
Endurance ride of this nature demand both physical stamina and strong mental focus. And that's where our preparation and teamwork made the difference. Since we had 20 skilled riders riding the 2 Gixxer motorcycles on a relay basis, we created a rotation plan that gave every rider enough time to rest, hydrate, and recover between their stints. So that helped everyone stay fresh, alert, and through night hours also. And needless to mention, with the smooth engine and stable handling, the bikes were easy to ride. Riders' focus was on consistency instead of fighting tiredness.
Not just that, Suzuki Motorcycle India Private Limited took performance to literally new heights. Riding the Suzuki V-Strom SX250, a team of riders tackled the highest top 9 mountain passes in India within 24 hours. Starting from Tanglangla at 17,480 feet and finishing at Umling Pass at 19,024 feet. They crossed Khardung, Varila, Changla, Marsimikla, Kaksangla, Fortila, Narbula. Extreme weather, thin air, and steep terrain tested both man and machine.
One of the most fascinating records involved crossing 9 of the highest mountain passes in India within 24 hours. What were the biggest challenges of riding in such extreme high altitude conditions?
So I think this is something very close to heart because I personally participated also, right from planning till execution this. And to answer your question, riding across the 9 of the highest passes in India within 24 hours is an entirely different kind of a challenge. At those extreme altitudes, the first hurdle is thin air oxygen, level drops, which affects both riders and motorcycles. Even simple tasks feel very, very hard and fatigue sets in much faster. Then second, there's a temperature which dipped around to -3 degrees. Cold weather impacts the grip, rider endurance, and most importantly, how a rider can react in those circumstances. Speaking of terrain, Ladakh throws all the possible different kind of terrains. It's loose gravel, steep climbs, sudden descents, water crossings. Each one of them demands 100% and complete focus. So despite all this, all our riders performed exceptionally well and the V-Strom backed them up with absolute confidence. The machine proved its ability to take on the demanding environments while still delivering the reliable, comfortable, and stable performance riders can depend on in such harsh conditions. So the biggest challenges were really a combination of high altitude and harsh temperature, difficult terrain, and mental focus was required to keep pushing through all of it, if I can summarize in one line.
That's wonderful to know. The ride cover passes like Khardung and Umling. How did the Suzuki V-Strom SX perform in such harsh terrain and thin air?
See, when you are riding through such passes like Khardung and Umling, which you mentioned, one of the top highest passes in the country, close to 20,000 feet, the basic thing is the air gets incredibly thin. The temperature drops sharply, as I just mentioned, and terrain changes constantly from gravel to climbs to water crossing, descent, I just mentioned. The reliable engine, supported by the Suzuki coil cooling system, especially SOC, is adapted smoothly to all the altitudes, keeping performance consistent even when the oxygen levels were low. The lightweight chassis, rigid frame, and suspension made the motorcycle stable and predictable across uneven terrains. And of course, with the right ergonomics, upright stance, comfortable seating, riders were able to stay in control in all those tough terrains. Even the harshest stretches near the highest passes, the V-Strom stayed agile, composed, easy to handle. All of this actually allowed riders to maintain a steady pace through some of the toughest high altitude terrain. So basically it's a combination of the reliability of engine and complete chassis control, which made the riders be composed and easy to handle in all the terrains.
Suzuki's record-breaking spirit extended to scooters as well. On March 25, 2025, riders set out on the Suzuki Access 125 from Kuttanad, Kerala, the lowest region of India, to one of the country's highest villages, Comic, Himachal Pradesh, covering 3,696 kilometers in 103 hours and 45 minutes. They faced vast terrain shifts, extreme altitudes, and unpredictable weather. This expedition tested not just endurance, but also the adaptability and reliability of the scooter across India's diverse landscapes.
Riding a Suzuki XS 125 from Kerala to Comic in Himachal Pradesh is a huge altitude and terrain shift. What inspired this expedition and what did it prove about the scooter?
People know the Access as a trusted family scooter, which is reliable, easy to ride, and perfect for everyday urban commuting. What inspired your question? We wanted to show that its reliability and durability go far beyond city roads. This is what inspired the ride from Kerala to Comic. Our journey was taken from lowest motorable road to some of the highest altitudes in India.
Okay, so covering nearly 3,700 kilometers across India on a scooter is remarkable. Were there any moments during the ride that truly tested the riders or the scooter?
Yes, of course. There were many moments, and especially the long distance journeys across the country naturally brings its own challenges. The routes tested both the scooter and the riders, from below sea level landscapes of Kerala through the long, warm stretches of central India, and finally into the high altitude terrain of Spiti. There were moments with uneven patches, sharp climbs that required extra care. The long hours in the heat also did add to the rider fatigues, but the reliable 125cc engine, efficient mileage, and well-tuned suspension of XS helped it stay consistent throughout the journey.
These record-breaking rides highlight Suzuki's dedication to engineering excellence. From highways to the highest mountain passes, the combination of technology, design, and human skill made these achievements possible. These extraordinary journeys inspire riders and enthusiasts across India, showing that with skill and determination, limits can always be pushed further. Now to learn more about the technologies behind these achievements, future plans of Suzuki Motorcycle India Private Limited, the message for riders and the experience with India Book of Records, let's hear from Mr. Deepak Mutreja.
Now I wanted to know that from highways to mountain passes, these records test durability and engineering. Which key Suzuki technologies help make these achievements possible?
Suzuki motorcycles and scooters are built on Suzuki's strong engineering foundation. That's first. And every two-wheeler benefits basically from the reliable and durable engine, supported by technologies like Suzuki Eco Performance, which ensures smooth and efficient power delivery over long hours. Our motorcycles also feature Suzuki oil cooling system, that's SOCS, which helps maintain consistent engine performance in demanding conditions. And along with this, Suzuki robust chassis design, aerodynamic bodywork, finely tuned suspension, all provide stability, control, and comfort which is needed for long highway runs as well as challenging mountain terrains. So together, these technologies enable our vehicles to perform confidently and across real-world Indian conditions.
Now what's next? What are the future plans of Suzuki Motorcycle India Private Limited?
So as we continue to expand our product portfolio, you can expect more endurance-driven initiatives that celebrate the spirit of riding and demonstrate what Suzuki two-wheelers are capable of diverse Indian conditions.
What message do these record-setting rides send to Suzuki customers and motorcycle enthusiasts across India?
This is very important, I think, and the message is simple. These rides also show basically how Suzuki engineering and technology are not just meant for ideal conditions. It is built to handle the same diverse environments our customers ride through every day. If our vehicles can take on endurance tests and high altitude challenges, riders can be confident that their Suzuki will support their own journeys, big or small, and most importantly, these achievements celebrate the spirit of riding first and the bond we share with our community. It is our way of saying that you can trust Suzuki, go to any distance, wherever your road takes.
That's good. Finally, sir, before we wrap up, Mr. Deepak, we wanted to know that how was your reaction when these records got confirmed in India Book of Records, and how was your overall experience with India Book of Records?
So first of all, I would like to thank all the team members from India Book of Records. Their working with India Book of Records team has been very, very positive experience. The team was detail oriented, transparent, and highly professional. Every parameter from timing, GPS tracking, rider verifications, everything was documented with precision, and the involvement added credibility and authenticity to our initiatives, and we truly appreciate their partnership in recognizing and recording these accomplishments.
From the Natrex Indore to the icy heights of Himalayas, Suzuki Motorcycle India Private Limited, guided by leaders like Mr. Deepak Mutreja, continues to set new standards of endurance, adventure and performance. When the engines fall silent and the roads finally end, what remains is not just the distance covered, but limits left behind. Because endurance is not tested when everything goes right. It is tested when everything inside you asks to stop. 4 challenges, 4 records, 1 relentless pursuit to go further, faster, higher and longer than ever before. From the precision of Natrex to the extremes of Himalayas, from sea level to the highest roads on earth, these journeys were never just about machines. They were about belief. The belief that limits are temporary. The belief that endurance can always be pushed further. The belief that the next milestone is always waiting. And as long as there are roads left to be explored, heights left to be conquered, and time still left on the clock, Suzuki Motorcycle India Private Limited will keep asking, what's next? This is a story of passion, perseverance, performance and an enduring legacy of Suzuki in India, celebrated today as part of India Book of Records Heroes series.